Amad Diallo is out for the rest of the season. This has been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. Guys, this is shocking. It's sad. It's painful because this is just after we had confirmation that Kobe Ugarte and Toby Collier are also out injured. What exactly is Ruben Amorim going to do? But the bigger question is, what's going on? Why are players across the English Premier League getting injured for fun? Even Erling Haaland at Man City looked injured. There should be a bigger problem than just these individual club injuries. There should be a collective issue that is causing all these problems to Premier League players. That has got to be solved. But let's get proper into what's going on concerning our club. So Fabrizio Romano has confirmed it that Amad Diallo is also injured and is expected to be out for at least 3 months, or in fact, to be precise, for the rest of the season. Now, this is trouble because Lisandro Martinez is out for the rest of the season. Kobe Maino is out for a couple of weeks. They say about 3 weeks or so. Manuel Ugarte is doubted for the game tomorrow against Tottenham. So is Toby Collier. Now Amad Diallo is out for the rest of the season. Now, guys, first of all, calm down. I don't want you to get to panic, to get to scared. There can be solutions, but first of all, for me, this is the issue that the absence of Amad Diallo causes in Man United. There is going to be a lack of creativity up front because with Bruno now playing as a central midfielder, Amad has been that player who has been trying to make the team play from the forward areas. He's the guy who has been trying to create things because Bruno has been a bit too deep. Now, if even Amad is out, then it means it's even going to be worse. Our strikers are not going to be fed. So what I think Amorim needs to do first is first release Bruno so that there is at least a creative player who can try to open the opposition and create chances. Because if Amad is out, Bruno is fit, Bruno cannot still be playing as a central midfielder. So what then happens? Those are two big issues because already even Manuel Ugarte, Bruno's designated partner in central midfield, is also out injured. Bring back Pogba. For me, the first thing Amorim needs to do is bring back Pogba and release Bruno. Let Pogba come, play where Bruno plays, and get anyone either delete. And people will talk. There are people who are asking me about Casemiro and Eriksen. I've said it consistently. Amorim doesn't trust Casemiro, doesn't trust Eriksen. But also see it. They are not physical enough. They don't have the energy no more. That's the reality. Let's not force it. That's why they are rotting on the bench. Eriksen can play if there is Ugarte and is being pushed high. He doesn't have to do a lot of defensive work. For Casemiro, he's way too slow. He cannot handle the intensity of the Premier League. Well, let's not pretend with him. So he has got to either mold a defender into a midfielder. In Delete, who has played there before at Ajax, or Victor Lindelof, who we can't trust. He hasn't played for a long time, but Victor Lindelof was a midfielder before he became a defender. But there should be a solution to find the right player to replace Ugarte. We're not sure how long Ugarte will be out. He could surprise us and be okay for the game tomorrow, but I'm assuming he's not going to be there. Now, Bruno should be released to now be one of the two number 10s because if Amad is not there, there's going to be a clear lack of creativity up top. That's why Bruno needs to be closer because Bruno can create something. If you keep him deep with all this bunch of nobodies around him, who is going to create the opportunities? So United is going to play more blunt games where there is not even anything close to a chance created. That's a big problem. So these are issues that are going to be solved. United has got to look to free agents. If it is not Pogba, we need to find other free agents to come and improve the squad in certain areas because whereas we do want the kids, definitely, this is an opportunity for the kids, but there are certain positions that cannot be entrusted with kids. There are certain positions like that Ugarte position is not a position for a kid. That's a position for a mature player. And that's where, for me, if Pogba at least can train with the team and they see if he's okay and good enough until the end of the season, get him. If not, look for another free agent, if there are any, who can come in there and play the Ugarte role, but also look for someone who is going to give you creativity up top without Amad if you're going to keep Bruno playing as a central midfielder. So all these are issues that Amorim has got to sort. it's a big issue, guys. It's a big problem that Amorim has got on his hands. But of course, he's not alone. Several clubs are now struggling with injuries. The bigger problem is, why are Premier League players getting injured for fun? It's probably because the Premier League, given their arrogance and knowing how big the league they are, they don't want to adjust their fixture schedule just because of the increase in games in Europe. Do remember this, the whole structure of the European competition has changed. So there are more games that have been created. Players have got to be protected. Other countries will try to do it because they want their clubs to perform well in Europe. The Premier League doesn't care. And what does it do now? Players' bodies are getting worked out. These are humans. So that's why they are falling off. At any little slight thing, they are falling off injured. Their bodies are tired. Some players will even feel, some of these players will start pretending so that they don't play. They'll start pretending like they are injured because they want to rest. They are tired. There are so many games being played. And remember, the Premier League is high intensity. So it is the Premier League players who are going to suffer the most because the league they play in, unfortunately, is so high intensity. Unlike other leagues where they might play so many games, but the intensity is not as high as the Premier League. So guys, it's a big issue. It's a big problem. But for Man United, again, Amorim, maybe on the flip side, you look at it and say Amorim will perhaps have less pressure because people perhaps, even if results don't come, people will understand this. So you know what? His best players are out because Licha, Ugarte, Ahmad, Kobe, these are literally Man United's best players. So if they are all out, if I'm the coach, I'm Amorim, I'm thinking people will understand if we don't perform well. But the thing with Ahmad is he's the guy who gives the rest of his teammates confidence. When you see Ahmad on the pitch with this bunch of nobodies at Man United, if Ahmad is on the pitch, there is hope. You think he can come up with something the way he did against Southampton. There is that hope. So him being out takes away a lot in the team in terms of the confidence of the players, and that works to the advantage of the opposition. If they see your players, they have been jittery when he was there. How about now that he's not there? There is no Licha, there is no Ugarte in the middle. They will be exposed, they will be naked. United, it will be in serious trouble. Amorim has got a big job on his hands. What exactly is going to happen? First game is coming so soon for him. The 1 week of rest and training, perhaps Amorim's training maybe could have been too intense for them, because you do recall after the game against Leicester, we understand that there was a bit of training for some of the players. Thing is, if it's the intensity of his training, we don't know what it is, but these injuries are beginning to come back and be a concern, not just to United, but to all clubs in the Premier League. Something ought to be done. Subscribe, like and share. Just don't do one thing. Don't panic. Be calm. We will be okay. United won't get relegated. Trust you me. Amorim will figure this out. He always does. Trust you me on this. Cheers.